It's one of those old abandoned stock cars, or I should say race cars. This is something I also wanted to find when I was looking at pictures online. Gosh, it is so muggy out here. What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from Hillsboro, North Carolina. And anyway, guys, I have made a 2.5 hour trip to get out here. And what is out here is really awesome, especially if you love NASCAR and stock car racing in general. You see, out here in Hillsboro, North Carolina, was the second ever NASCAR speed track. Anyway, it was created in 1948 and it ran for about 20 years. And a really cool thing about this particular racetrack is you had the first ever woman NASCAR driver go on this track, and you had big names like Junior Johnson and even Richard Petty. There is a lot of names attached to this historic site. And to give more history, here's the historical marker that talks about it. NASCAR and automobile racing in the South originated in the early 1900s as an informal competitions among bootleggers who modified their vehicles for speed and handling rural landscapes. In 1947, Bill France discovered the racetrack as he flew over Orange County. France partnered with Enoch Stanley, Ben Lowe, Dobie Powell, Joe Buck, and formed the Hillsboro Speedway, Inc., and fund the purchase of the 200-acre parcel that included the racetrack in order to develop it for use as an auto racetrack, the Onokoichi Speedway. In 1949, NASCAR hosted their first race on the 1-mile dirt track, a 100-mile race with over 20,000 fans in attendance. Anyway, this explains a bit more history, but by 1969, racing had fallen out of political favor in the area, and with the speedway out of use, nature began to reclaim the land. The historic Okonichi Speedway Trail host is located on a site whose history dates back to the 17th century, when the Okonichi band of the Saponi Nation resided here among the banks of the Inu River. In the late 1700s, James Hogg, an original trustee of the University of North Carolina, and many other families settled on the farm because of its fertile land. Hogg's 3-home plantation was named Poplar Hill. In the 1890s, General Julian Carr, pictured left, purchased Poplar Hill and surrounding, and he turned it into a racetrack, a horse racetrack. And anyway, that's a bit of the history behind it. But anyway, guys, we are going to explore some of the buildings, and we're going to explore the track that is left over. Anyway, while we're doing this, I want to show this to you guys. What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with a really quick message. Anyway, as you all have probably seen by now, my second book, my sophomore book, Ghosts and Mysteries of the Southern Cherokee National Forest, is now officially on Amazon shelves. Anyway, I'm super excited, you guys. If you really liked the first book, I think you all are really gonna like the second book. If you all want a story to tell around the campfire this spring and summer season, this is the book for you, especially for the Cherokee National Forest and even the Smokies. This story has a hitchhiking red-headed ghost, dates to a woman that disappeared mysteriously in the 1950s. You've got a Civil War soldier that haunts the mountains near the Chilhowie campground, and you've got about 22 other stories. Anyway, you guys, this book supports the channel, keeps this boat afloat, keeps things going. And having said that, you guys, we are now going to officially get to the video. Thank you all very much. By the way, the link is in the description box below. I am very proud of that book. But while I was showing that, you guys, I have come to the entrance of the old Occoneechee Speedway. What an interesting entrance in here. It's like it goes on for miles. I know there are a few abandoned race cars out here. Those are some that I do really want to see. Speaking of that, here are the remains of the old track, you guys. Almost a mile in length. And imagine the 200 laps they would have had to have done on this old abandoned speedway. I just like the fact that you have a lot of famous NASCAR names that drove on this track so many years ago. And it's just so weird to see how like time, like in nature, can reclaim an area. Because if you look at footage, I mean, cars were like abundant and racing down this road right here. That was a long time ago. Oh, nice. Here we go. It's one of those old abandoned stock cars, or I should say race cars, that they have out here at the old speedway. Although it's got no engine, it still has its numbers. Got broken glass. It is rusted all the way through. But look how, I mean, even race cars back then, they still had those frames. Just gotta think all the people that touched that steering wheel. Definitely a bygone era. But I like the fact that people in this area have saved this piece of wonderful race car history, or NASCAR history if you're looking at it. And lo and behold, here's the other race car that they have here at the old Occoneechee racetrack. This one is, I think, a little more worse for wear than the other one that we saw. But again, that framing, the gutted interior, the only thing you would have is a seat, protection, a helmet, maybe not even a helmet, maybe in some cases. And you would fly. See, this is race car number 72. See, what does it say here on the top? Vermont, maybe? I know you can kind of see a number on the top. Windows are busted out and everything. That moves. And behind us is the old well, not really that, well, yeah. In front of us is the concession stand and the spectators area where they would all sit. And the lights are still here. Although I doubt that they work. And they probably worked up until about 1968. But not much past that. And here's where they would raise the flag, and where they would start the races. Imagine just a whole fleet of cars in that spot, revving their engines and getting ready. Now the only thing you can really ever hear out here is crickets, maybe some rattlesnakes. Now let's go up into the stands. kind of curious to see what they look like. I know there's the concession stand up there and the men's restroom. A few other really cool murals. Oh, this is crazy. Nature has definitely taken over. It's a few years ago, back in the 60s, 1968, you would have people screaming, yelling, cheering on their favorite driver. Now there's only birds and an uneven surface going up to the top. I don't think we're gonna hike all of this today though. Like I said, I think we're really just gonna check out the buildings, the racetrack, the cars, and I think we're gonna be on our way. This is so cool. This is the second oldest NASCAR track in the US. Now up the stairs we go. Whew. Okay. I think I've got my exercise in for the day. Now this is what I meant when I said I wanted to see some of the murals. Like this old Pepsi Cola sign right here. Did you all know that Pepsi actually originated in North Carolina? I didn't know that either until I was doing my research. This is the concession stand. Again, another old Pepsi Cola painting. And where there would be people serving popcorn, hot dogs, hamburgers, all that good stuff. It's just an empty building. Very quiet. Very, very quiet. And this is interesting. I didn't think that they'd have this opened, but it looks like they do. Looks like they're still working on it. Looks like you can, if you're hiking out here, you can get yourself eat your snack, sit down, just enjoy life. I think this is all rather new though. Okay, let's get back outside. Historic Speedway Group. That's an old seat. Well, whatever they're doing here, it looks like they're working on a building. I want to say that this is the men's restroom, but I'm probably wrong. But of course you've got another awesome Pepsi Cola mural that they have right here. Yeah, and they've got that locked up to make sure nobody gets inside. And I don't blame them. And this is cool. They've got a timeline about what the Occoneechee/Orange Speedway was like. You see, you guys, there was a part in this racetrack's history that it was changed from Occoneechee to Orange. I want to say that they did it because it's Orange County. But anyway, it talks about the history right here, about the history of this racetrack. And here we go through the gates once more. Oh, that's really cool. This is something I also wanted to find when I was looking at pictures online. But here is an old racetrack poster from the Okanichi Speedway, or well, Orange Speedway. It's like that's definitely not going anywhere. And across from that poster, here is the ticket booth. I think the signs right there give it away. I wonder if there's anything around here. Probably not. Looks like it's locked, of course. I was just curious. Sorry, I really like the tin wall that they have here. It's definitely from a bygone era. Now there is another really cool piece of history about this this old racetrack. You see, when the racetrack closed in 1968, Mr. France, he had to find another place for a new racetrack. And anyway, he chose a little known place called Talladega, Alabama. And of course, I'm talking about the Talladega Speedway. So it's almost as if from the ashes of this old racetrack came one of the biggest racetracks in NASCAR history. But anyway, you guys, remember, make sure to like and subscribe. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos like this. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over. See you on the next one. Peace.